chat for everybody to stare at the correct.
Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. And let's see, we have a bunch of people. I also invited Swag Maven and Maggie Doodle. I sent y'all a link, so if you want to come on the live show, you are welcome to. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. But anyway, we got Tom the Queen City Picker in the house. We got Ringo in the house too, huh? We got Todd, the silver hair stacker.
Hola.
Oh my goodness.
Never mind.
Hey, Todd.
Come here.
Yes.
That's how you do it if you're going to use that one.
No.
Anyway, go ahead. Yes. I just Googled it here.
Oh my goodness. And we have Nikki, the poplar picker, in the house. Maybe. She's on mute.
She's on mute.
She's probably, I should say, in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sally, the upside down picker. There she is. She just popped in. And we have Bridget, the New York picker. Good morning,
everybody.
Morning. Hey, we ain't doing this. You're going to go outside and freeze.
Morning, Deb. Morning, Hank. Morning, Liz. I said good morning to Tom, so I ain't doing it again. There.
Come here. Come here. Come on.
I'll get cranky when you get cold.
Mm-hmm. I just woke up.
Come here.
You did.
I'm more perky and happy in the summer. Ask Todd. I'm not as perky and happy in the winter.
It's freaking cold out there. The wind's blowing.
I want to know. I want to know why y'all are so crazy that y'all continue to live up there.
Well, I'm trying to get out of here. It's not for lack of trying.
Okay, we need to start a GoFundMe account for
I need a few more years.
For Valerie so she can get on out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris decided to tell me. I said to him, so when are you, I said, I need a plan. I need to be prepared. When are you planning on retiring? And you know what he freaking tells me?
What?
Well, I can start drawing on my pension at 59 and a half. I said, oh, no, you are not. I said, you turn 59 in March. I need longer than 6 months to plan for your ass to be home with me all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
That is harsh. You're supposed to want your old man home with you.
Oh, my God. I got to prepare because I got to get a list of shit for him to do that'll take him at least a year. I got to.
What are you doing, Ringo dog?
Oh my gosh, what's
62. We agreed upon 62.
Now, Tom, for living up here, I don't have tornadoes. I don't have hurricanes. I don't have none of that. All I have is cold weather. Like 6 months out of the year.
I know.
It's not 6 months out of the year. It's like, well, right now the bitter cold is January and sometimes part of February.
Well, if you could only get like through these 2 weeks, because usually it's like 2 weeks out of the year, it's like this.
Oh, February's the worst for us, but beginning of February.
Occasionally, though, we had one year where it was like the whole month of January and half a month of February was below zero. And it was horrible. Oh my God. Longest month and a half of our lives. It was horrible. But usually it's not that way. Yeah. Usually we only have like a couple weeks of the real bitter cold.
Yeah.
I have to say, Ringo is a beautiful dog.
But you know what? I can stay inside. I can bundle up and everything else. But if a tornado came through, what would I do?
Yeah.
Like I said before, I may have cold weather. My pipes might be frozen, but at least I know my house will be there tomorrow. Maybe froze. But I'd rather replace pipes than in a house.
Are you at home?
No, I'm at my daughter's.
He is beautiful.
Bingo.
He's got like beautiful coloring. Just his fit. Everything is.
I guess old habits are hard to break. I had to come to town this morning.
He's so pretty.
Yeah, go. Come on.
Ringo.
Get down. You don't need to get up there. No, you don't need to get up there. You just why don't you lay
Ringo.
down?
Hi, Ringo.
He's looking over there at something. I don't know.
Ringo.
Them ears.
I know, he's just so handsome.
Yeah.
He's just a good-looking dog.
He looked pretty scraggly when I got him.
Yeah.
He was pretty rough.
He
He's
was
a
real
pretty
thin
good.
and everything.
He's
Hey,
a pretty
y'all.
good.
Chick
Dog.
Picker is live.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got it. I got mine as soon as she got on. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
but-
me too.
Morning, Carol.
Good morning, Carol. Morning, Turtle
Hi,
Trader.
Carol.
Oh, I mean, Mister. Sorry. Good morning, Mister. Good morning. Good
Mr.
morning, Kathy.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to going to Texas and getting that experience, and then just the whole process of the decision. And I mean, I'm pretty much it'd have to be something pretty severe to make me change
Right.
my feelings about it, but
You might get there and hate it.
true. I mean, it's a good possibility. Is it likely? Probably not. But
Didn't one of y'all live in Texas? You or Sally?
Hi, Tara.
Hey, Tara.
no, neither one of us have
Oklahoma.
lived in Texas.
Oh, I thought for
Sally
some
lived in
reason I thought
Oklahoma.
Sally was down there for a while.
I lived in
Sally lived
Oklahoma.
Same difference.
Deb.
Same difference.
No.
That's Deborah.
I'm not from
Good
Texas.
morning.
I'm not from Texas or Oklahoma, and I'm gonna take offense to that because people say North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, it's all the same. No, hell, it's not.
Carolinas are the same. North Carolina,
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
but
pretty
them
much-
Georgia people are crazy.
You're all a bunch of rebels down there. I know that.
And by God, if we decide to succeed again, we can.
You're gonna lead them. You're gonna lead them again. Well,
Yeah.
no, you're North Carolina, and that was South Carolina.
Yeah. Well, I was born in South Carolina.
Oh,
Oh boy,
people say Duluth and Superior are the same too, and they're not.
close enough.
Superior's a shithole compared to Duluth. But Superior is ran better than Duluth.
Who's got all their shipping done?
I made Jim ship 2 things before he left last night.
The
That's
two
good.
biggest things, right?
Yeah, I made him ship a light fixture, like a hanging light, antique hanging cast iron light fixture, and a picture that was framed. I'm like, if you just do those 2 things, I can handle the rest.
I would have done the
There
same
you
thing.
go.
Pick the two biggest
There you
things.
go.
Yeah, you could just handle. I was only gonna have him do the light fixture. I'm like, but I know you have to cut down a box for that picture, the stupid Aboriginal print. I'm like, if you could do that too, that'd be great.
Hurry up, go buddy.
Well, I'm
I
going to
haven't
the
either.
Benz this afternoon.
Oh, you're going to go?
Are you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because I have to pick my son up. He's doing. The hospital authority apparently has a training facility in the same building,
Mm.
and so I've got to go pick him up at 3:30. So I'm gonna get there about 2:30, and so I can.
Only an hour at the bins.
Oh,
Those bitches are mean over there. I don't know whether I can take it or not.
I've only ever been in a Benz once. 'Cause the closest one to me is like 3.5 hours away.
Oh wow. The closest one to me is about 25 minutes away.
But it was not that. I mean, if I lived close, would I hit it more often? Sure. But with the day I was there, I was like, this is nothing great here. It's like the land of misfit toys. It's just all half-ass broken and stuff. I'm like, this is depressing. I gotta get out of here.
I thought you were talking about the people that was in there when she said land of misfit toys.
Well, that too.
Well, no, it's like when you go through the bins. Oh, I found something. Oh, it's got a chip. Oh, I found something. Oh, it's broke right there. Yeah, It's like, oh, it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at like, well, I'm good at holding my space, but I'm not good at like pushing into a space. And they put those new bins out, and they just all swarmed around it. And I don't like people like bumping into me and touching me and stuff. So I was
man, I elbow people. I throw people to the side.
How the hell do you go to auctions then?
Well, I just get in a spot and I don't move. When they do choice at the table, because I go to the same auction, so I know when they're going to do choice at the table, I walk up there and go stand in a spot.
Yeah. Or you still get bumped at the auction.
Yeah, it's worse at the bed.
Yeah, and then you give people dirty looks, though, if they bump you at the auction. I'm like, excuse me, I'm standing here.
I had this one guy almost pushed me over into a pile of stuff at the auction one day. I was like, excuse you? He goes, excuse you? I said, you're the one that was in the wrong. I said, you damn near pushed me over.
I had Jim almost getting a fist fight at an auction. This is like, Brandon's a baby, okay? So he's got Brandon one of those umbrella strollers, This guy's like, comes up to me. He goes, I don't appreciate you moving stuff in the boxes. I'm like, excuse me? What are you talking about? Oh, you moved that item from this box to that box, so you didn't. I'm like, no, I didn't. I said, you effing asshole.
No, I didn't.
Anyway, so Jim hears this. He's in a crowd. It is like choice. So it's all, he takes an umbrella stroller. He clears the crowd. The auctioneer who I'm friends with, she's like, no, she didn't move anything. I know she didn't. I did it. And I didn't move anything. Guy's a jerk. So Jim comes up there, clearing the crowd with Brandon in the stroller. Is there a problem? Oh, you're right. But it didn't get to fight, thank God. Anyway. Yeah.
If it get to fight, probably my soft head will be crack open.
Well, you weren't that young. And what was our agreement today that you were going to go in your own area?
I'm lucky that guy not throw me to a wall.
I don't think he would have.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah. So, goodbye.
Hi, Brandon.
Hey, hello.
Morning.
She's like, don't encourage him.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon. Bye, Brandon.
They did end up canceling school here, but because they can't get the school buses running, so they called and canceled school. But you can still bring your kid to school because you've had all these kids that are drop-offs that have been dropped off at school before they canceled school. So like, well, staff is going to be here and there's kids in school, so you can drop off. It's just going to be a no school day. So I'm like, well, Brandon, you can still go to school. He's like, heck no, I'm staying home. Anyway.
I know celebrities stay in school.
I don't know why they. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't cancel it. When I got up when Jim left, I'm like, well, maybe school's canceled. It's 26 below zero. I'm like, they should cancel it. They waited till like way at the last minute.
Hey, Brandon, when are you going to start Brandon TV, your YouTube channel?
I'm 12, but the YouTube overlord sadly not let me.
Oh, really? When you're 12, don't mess with that. I want to sell that.
Oh, yeah, I can't talk about guns because YouTube is a little...
Okay, why are you talking about guns right now, then?
Sorry, whoever this channel is.
Okay, go do your thing.
It's me. Demonetize my mom.
Okay, I'm not even monetized, so great. Thanks, you ruined it. I'll never make any money.
Oh, my God. You're so cute.
Hey, Debbie, I didn't see you come in.
On one video.
Okay, go back in your hole.
He is so smart.
Yes.
Don't demonetize my mom. How cute is that?
Yeah. Frankie's Fine says, how is their school on a national holiday? I don't know.
We never celebrate Martin Luther. Well, that school. I don't want to say it like that. That sounds crappy. But they never give them off up here for Martin Luther King Day.
They celebrate it in school though. They teach. They
teach about it. But yeah, I mean, when I was in school by Milwaukee, I mean, you never went to school on Martin Luther King Day.
Well,
School
yeah, when I was a kid, we didn't go to school on Martin Luther King Day either, but my girls did.
Oh.
So they've changed it over the years.
Yeah, school has the option.
Yeah.
Oh God, I thought they were going to burn down the city because we had in the fall one year we had a bunch of storms come through here and knocked out power, so schools was out, and they were going to go send them to school on Martin Luther King Day as a makeup day.
Oh gosh.
And hell, you would have thought that they were going to burn the city down.
No. Usually, because this past weekend was the World Championship Snowmobile Derby, they used to always have an in-service off the Friday of, so it'd been like last Friday, and they even stopped doing that. Anyway, they should do it because it's all clogged up there with racers. But anyway,
dang, Valerie, you got a full house this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That's good.
It's good.
We're just a bunch of asshole Yankees up here.
Excuse me. Well, I'm not going to tell you how we celebrate Martin Luther King Day.
Speak for yourself, Nikki. I'm going to be a transplant.
Yeah, you're going to be a transplant.
She's going to be Miss Tara and Colonel Jim and Little Master Brandon.
Master Brandon.
Little Master Brandon. Kathy.
Yes.
When you get up there, and you need to open up that pretty brown wood box.
Hey, Kathy, what did that unit sell for that had those gates in it?
That what is in it?
Those gates.
It's still at 410 right now. I think it's still got till Wednesday.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. We didn't. Everybody else came and paid for those other ones, like the last minute. So this is the only one we won. So the gate one's still up for right now.
Woohoo! You got Marcel's unit. That's all that matters.
Oh no! This better be something up in the sucker because we have been up and it's cold and and Marcel's driving, so we're good.
You're going to get up there and open up those drawers in that little wood box, and there's going to be rubies and diamonds and emeralds. Oh my!
There better be.
Yeah, and then you're gonna really owe Marcel something.
Well, it's either he's gonna get left in the storage unit or he's gonna get lucky in the storage unit.
Oh, God. Too much information.
I bet that box has the sex toys in it.
I was gonna say, I'm sure.
I didn't say how he was gonna get lucky.
Did somebody ka-ching?
Yeah.
I heard it. I heard one.
Was it another one of them Barbies?
No, it's a galvanized metal watering can.
Oh Lord!
People are starting to buy that stuff. The watering cans and the galvanized tubs are starting to sell now. So people are thinking spring.
Yeah.
They sell for a lot at my auctions because a lot of flea marketers sell that stuff.
Yeah, we can't keep them in stock. I mean, we buy them all year round because we can't keep them those galvanized tubs.
Like at auction here, like a galvanized watering can, they never sell for under 30 or 35 bucks.
Oh wow!
Because all the flea marketers sell them here.
Wow. No, we can usually get them for like $2 to $5. If it's a really nice one with a good spout and stuff, maybe $7.50.
No, never that cheap here.
Yeah, very rarely can you get something that cheap.
I have to say this real quietly because I don't want people to hear it out on the interweb. I bought 30 boxes of blue Christmas lights for 60 cents a piece yesterday.
Oh wow!
At Walmart.
Are you sending them into Amazon?
I am.
Nice. Is this your first FBA item you're sending in?
Yeah, I'm gonna put half of them on eBay and half of them on Amazon.
Good job.
Nice.
And I bought some other stuff too, all Christmas stuff for like $1, 60 cents, 75 cents.
That's not bad.
I handed the list to the lady over in the garden department. I said, "Do you know where all this stuff is at?"
Wait, where'd you get a list from?
Through Brickseek.
I gotta learn how to use that app.
You have to get the expensive one to get that. So I'm gonna try it for a few months and see how it works.
Isn't it only like $30 a month though?
Yeah.
Right.
So she said, the lady said, "Oh, I'll go get all." I said, "If it's all at this price point or within 20% of it, I'll take it all." And she said, "I know where it's all at. Let me go. How about go get another buggy?"
Wow. That's awesome.
She said she wanted that crap out of there.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that on. I can't get that on my phone.
It's not an app. It's not an app. It's a website.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I thought it was a.
It's not an app.
You would think they would make it an app, but
right.
So I got about. I'm gonna test the waters with these. There's some more out there. So Roberta and I might have to make a business trip to the beach.
There you go.
There's a bunch of Walmarts between here and there that's got them.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
The one thing I don't like about it is, Lowe's has got a bunch of Christmas stuff, the inflatables and things like that, and they gotta come up on the price on them some more.
Why? They were 35 or 75% off when I went.
Yeah, when I was in Kentucky, they were 75% off, and that was right after Christmas.
Yeah.
They're not now.
Wow.
Well, I did learn from Lowe's because every time after Christmas and Thanksgiving, we go to Lowe's to find their clearance. And the manager at our Olive Branch Lowe's, he won't discount nothing until like the next year. And each Lowe's manager has the discretion to either run a sale 75, 50, 90, whatever, or no sale at all.
Wow.
On certain items, yeah. I thought all of them did the same thing too, but no, they don't, unfortunately. Them and Walgreens are the same way, but because that's usually our thing is go to Walgreens right after on Christmas Day. No, but this year, we decided to do a motorcycle storage unit instead, or Black Friday, whatever. But yeah, that's what they were saying.
I happened to stop and get me a cup of coffee, and I ran into one of the managers from one of the other Walmarts, and Walmart, and yeah. And I was asking him about it. I said, if I brought a list of your clearance stuff in there, how would I get somebody to see where it's at? He said, about how much? I said, well, if I brought the whole list, it'd be about $1,000 worth. He said, you bring your list in and I'll have a couple of people find it for you.
That's good.
Yeah, I got all the at Milo's, I got all like the projection things that they had.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of those.
I got those they were like $4 something and $6, and I've been selling them on Amazon. They're actually so.
That's what we need to do with our lights then. Well, I was going to ask about this too on Amazon, that FBA, because I was kind of looking at, when you and Maggie, I can't see the chat, so hey everybody in the chat. But I saw where that you can do the FBA, like you can send your items in, but you can do the FBA, like if you sell, you can have it on other e-commerce platforms too, and they'll send it to, like, say if I sell it on eBay, they'll mail it out for me. I thought I saw something like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that.
There is, but I don't. That's something you'd probably need to get with like Scott on.
Yeah,
because Scott knows all that kind of crap, and
yeah, I don't know anything about that.
And I've heard people talking about it, but I don't know. And another thing too is that you can't. They normally get stuff out pretty quick. Johnny on the but they if they happen to have a delay and don't get it out on time, that can mess up your shipping time.
Yeah.
Well, I
just thought, because I was going through all that, and I was like, I wonder if anybody has seen this, because, like I said, it's not something I can't understand all of it right yet, so it's kind of a learning process still.
Yeah, Maggie, I don't know about that.
Maggie, do you know about that kind of stuff?
Maggie got a link to come in here, so she better be in here and not in the chat.
Maggie's in the chat. She's in the chat, and she said, yes, it's called multi-channel fulfillment. And that is what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't have the computer in front of me.
Well, She's bashful. And
He's in here all the time when Sally has a show.
And True 72 said that there's a $10 version too, but I got the $30 version because
he's rich.
No, because of the boys. The boys over on Scott's channel said you get a lot more stuff like you're able to make lists and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
well,
I might have to go and buy me a monitor.
You come on in. That's fine. The more the merrier.
I just went looked at that website in my area, and it's like almost all just phone.
Huh.
Oh yeah, Maggie. There's a little black spot right for your picture.
That's right. We saved you a spot.
Good morning, Grandma.
Mary said good morning and congrats to Bridget on winning the contest yesterday.
Thank
we
you.
got cut off last night and I didn't get a chance to say it.
Thank you, Mary.
I think it's 10, I believe. 10 people is the limit.
Yep. That's why we say one little spot for Maggie right there.
Yep. Sally, you doing okay this morning?
Yeah, I just don't know if anybody can hear me because I keep getting talked over. So.
Oh, we can hear you real good there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Thanks, Tessa.
We can hear you.
No,
You okay?
I was just wondering. I was just making sure that you guys could hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay.
I didn't hear you trying to talk before, though.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't hear you try to talk earlier. I'm sorry.
There she is.
Here I am. There's Maggie.
So, Maggie, tell us about multi-channel fulfillment. Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's have a talk here.
Yeah.
As I take over Valerie's channel, tell us about.
Tom, you have no problem doing that.
Tell us about multi-channel fulfillment.
You send everything in to Amazon, and then they'll fulfill it to other. And I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I've just heard people say, the fees on Amazon are really, really high.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people say it doesn't make it doesn't make sense for somebody like me who's selling one-off things. If I have something if I have a book I want to list on Amazon and I want to list on eBay, it's better for me to just keep it and do it myself. But for those like multi-quantity things and people say it works. Some people say it works really well. It's just the fees are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Because you got to be really careful. I mean, especially books and stuff. I mean, I've looked up books where my numbers were negative,
Yeah. The problem on Amazon is that race to the bottom, Like every day, the first thing I do is I go onto the computer and I pull up my Amazon FBA and I start repricing. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I do.
And
what I worry about.
You don't use a repricer?
Mm-mm. I do mine myself.
I do mine myself, but I don't have. I think I have at any given time, maybe under 200. Because I'll send in a shipment. I send in small shipments. I'll send in a shipment of 30 books.
Mm-hmm.
And then the day it hits the warehouse, I generally sell 10 of them off the bat.
Right.
And then, so for instance, I send in 30 books a week. And right now, after all these years of doing it, I have 160 books. And so they sell pretty fast. But so for me, it doesn't pay to pay a repricer.
Right.
Yeah. But people who send in thousands and thousands or hundreds of items, yeah.
Well, I think it got to the point that these repricers were constantly pinging, and as somebody said, the race to the bottom. Somebody would just drop a price because they don't want to. They don't have to get $25 for it. They can get $23 for it because they just want to get it out, their inventory, and then it just these repricers kick in, and it just next thing you know, that's $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that. What ticks me off is when I'll go in and I'll look at an item and I'll see that the lowest price say might be $10, and the one above that might be $25.
I was just gonna say that. I was just.
Why are you going? Yeah, that drives me crazy.
Yeah, because why would you mark it down so much when you know you can mark it down a couple cents and still make money?
Right.
You know? Yeah, I don't mark mine down that much.
Well, the reason I was asking because like we got all those work rates. We got like 72 of them, and I just didn't know how that worked because like the shipping and all that. And
What are they?
Those work right there, the keyboard holders you can pull out from underneath the table. It's supposed to be those ergonomic ones.
Okay.
It's those. It's the ones with the very first unit we've ever got. And I got like 72 of them. Now I've moved a couple. I have them listed on Amazon, but just as merchant fulfilled.
Right.
So I have them all, and we sold two of them. But I was just trying to see if that would be another option of maybe putting them there, try to get them out of my house. I'm tired of moving on one thing.
Right.
Would they move faster over there? So it's like you were talking about that prime shipping,
Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously, people pay for Prime. So I'm just speaking for myself personally. When I go to buy something on Amazon, I automatically click Prime.
Me too.
I'm only looking for Prime.
Me too.
Right.
So that's why I started doing FBA versus merchant fulfilled, because I'm like, if I do that, there's got to be a bunch of other people that do the same thing.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right.
So I was thinking about maybe sending some of those in and maybe trying it, but I just didn't know if how that works. As far if I sent some in, I'd probably keep some off the get go, but like I don't know the storage and all that price. We'll do that later. I didn't know if anybody had ever done that, like if Maggie or anybody else done that merchant. Where you can send it in and sell it on multiple platforms.
No, I have never done it.
Okay, I'm done taking over the conversation.
Kathy, tell Marcel to be careful on all that snow we saw on the road just a minute ago.
You saw that. Hang on a second. Let me show you all our snow. You see all that snow down there, right?
Oh boy, scary.
Oh boy, look at all that snow. Holy crap.
Wow.
I don't know how you guys are driving with all that snow.
I know. They must have a plow in front of it.
Brandy saw you guys driving, and she goes, "Hey, who's stealing your gig?"
So we share it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I gotta drive.
Not too many more of Nikki's videos, and I'll be able to get around with Duluth, and I've never been there before.
I think all of us know where everything's at. I know this is scary snow that we had 2 days ago.
Yeah, I don't know how you're driving with all that snow, man.
I know. I don't know if y'all would be able to handle the snow down here. Y'all couldn't do it.
I don't know if I could handle the lack of snow down there.
That would probably be the problem. Shoot. Y'all can keep all that. I'll keep this with the snow I got here. The only reason it's there is because of the shade trees. It'll be gone tomorrow. Welcome to the South.
Sally, did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, that's all right. How about you?
It was good.
Good.
Did you work last night, Sally?
Nope. I got to work tonight.
You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning.
Yeah, I actually slept all night, which I shouldn't have.
Oh.
But yeah, I was tired, so I went to sleep. And so I gotta try to take a little nap later on, but
yeah,
I start my work week tonight.
Ugh. How many days on?
5.
Oh, okay.
How was your birthday party?
Oh, it was good.
Good.
How much did you get? Anything?
Did what?
Did you get to source anything?
Oh no, I didn't. He didn't have nothing.
Man.
I know.
Stinkers.
I know. It was kind of a bummer, but I was like, oh well. Maybe
Yeah,
next
did you
time.
get cake at least?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But I had fun still.
Good.
Where did you go?
Good.
I went to my sister-in-law. She had a birthday party.
Brandon's twin.
No, his older sister.
Well, if it was Brandon's twin, it would have been his birthday party too.
This is true.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought his birthday was last week.
His birthday was on the 7th.
Oh.
More than last week.
Yeah, this month has flown by.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah.
Jim and Tara are going to have to pick up the pace because June's going to be here before they know it.
This spring's gonna fly by.
January is gone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
Randy.
ready for it to fly by though, because when I wake up and it's 25 below, yeah, I'm ready for it to fly.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's my daughter's new car.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's
cool.
nice.
Oh, that's cute.
Little Chevy Cruze.
That's a very nice. Yeah, that's a
good
really
car.
nice.
Has the lady come over and complained to her about it parked on the street?
No.
Oh, you can tell she's not a reseller with that little car.
Yeah, really. What you gonna fit in there?
Those are nice little cars.
They are.
But they're not for resellers.
No.
No.
Well, it depends on what you're reselling.
And depend on how big the trunk is.
That's right.
If
It's
you're
got a big
selling a
trunk.
lot of ephemera, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I have sourced in a Stratus. I have sourced in a Fiesta. I've sourced in a, oh gosh.
Yeah, I had my Cavalier for years. That's what we used.
A Fiesta, you could put that
Yeah,
in the
but
trunk
Nikki,
of
you
that
could always
Cruise.
go home and get a truck or trailer if you had to.
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah, because you have multiple vehicles and you have a family with vehicles. So if you found something that was big, that's a good deal. You could always get a truck and trailer.
Oh my god! I remember our first auction at the guy we went to go to now. I had my Cavalier, and he was trying to sell books in the house, and nobody wanted them. So he said, "Okay, $1 for every book in the house."
Oh,
well, how can you pass that up?
Right.
So I said yes. Oh my God! Chris looked at me. He goes, "You do realize what car we have, right? We have a Cavalier." I said, that's okay. And I swear I had books top to bottom, back to front. I mean, had books on my feet were sitting up on books in the passenger seat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And plus the other stuff we bought.
Just imagine how much jewelry you could put in the trunk of that Cruise, though.
Yeah.
Load it up.
did you get anything really big, Bridget?
In the Chevy Stratus one time, I had 20 vacuum cleaners.
Oh my God, Nikki.
In the Dodge Stratus.
Did you sell them whole or did you part them out?
Parted them out.
I don't remember what books I got. That was 6 years ago.
Oh,
that was a good year on spring cleanup.
Hey, Elizabeth.
This is my daughter's first car loan, and she doesn't have any credit at all. So,
okay.
So she started small, and that's fine, you know.
Yeah, Ten of Hearts. Ten of Hearts and neckties. Yeah, you can put a lot of neckties in the
Yep.
Yes, you can.
Well, how's everybody's weekend sales?
Good.
I sold I don't know. I sold like 8, I think.
I sold 2.
3 in the toilet.
Yeah, mine are horrible.
Yeah.
I'm up to 5 plus 1 on Poshmark.
Woohoo!
Oh, awesome.
What do I got? What do I got? I think I got 11 eBay. Let's see. I'm trying to bring it up now. 11 eBay and 2 Posh.
Oh,
I
awesome.
think.
Good.
3 Poshmark, 2 eBay, and 1 Amazon sale, something I just listed during the challenge yesterday. It's just not too bad. But yesterday was annoying buyer day.
Uh-oh.
I had one buyer email me to lecture me on the fact that I say gently used for clothing, and that I should only use the term gently used if it's only been worn once or twice.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Wow.
like that.
Really?
Yeah. And then another one of those, he offers $20 on a $50 item. And then when I counted back at 35, he counted back at 21. So,
Yeah.
Tell them professionals at Plato's Closet, they always say gently used.
Yep.
yeah, whoever said that just means that's ridiculous.
I put gently used, or I put no stains or rips.
Yeah.
I usually put great used condition.
Oh, that's good. I
usually put good. If it's good, I'll put good used condition. Or if there's something that's got a blemish on it, I'll put fair or poor.
Yeah.
I rarely use great, and I never use excellent.
Yeah, because to me that's like an opinion-based statement.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, somebody else may have a different opinion. So I'll just put either. I usually use good.
Yeah, that's what I use. Like good use condition, no hole, rips, or stains. Please see pictures. You know, but
I put this as better looking than me and put a picture in my listing of me.
and that's how they buy it, right? Try that now, Todd.
We all could do that. We all could put a picture of Todd in our listing. Say better looking than Todd.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, Bridget.
What?
We've been using Mile IQ.
Huh?
We've been using Mile IQ.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I really like it. Really
Yeah.
works out well.
I like it. It does all the work for you.
It does.
Calculate your miles for business.
Yeah.
'Cause
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, Glenn.
And I like
Hey, Glenn.
Morning, Glenn.
I like it that all you have to do is have your phone in the car and it calculates it, you know.
Yeah, we always forget to do the post office and all those, and this
Right.
becomes everything. It forces you to categorize. Thank you for the suggestion.
Oh. Oh. That's so quiet.
Yeah.
What happened?
Is everybody working?
Yeah, I was looking up some stuff that's at government auction. I got bad news. Our little secret honey hole computer government auction is going to go to the state site, so that'll screw that up.
Oh.
So what do you do in the meantime?
No, they just put it over to Wisconsin Surplus. They used to run it on our county had their own auction site. Well, that's where we were buying all that computer memory we were selling for $1,800 and stuff.
Right.
But once they put it on that site, I mean, you're going to have a lot more traffic to it. I don't think you're going to get deals on it.
Yeah.
So
I'll be back.
But I mean, you're gonna have a lot more opportunities down
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I'm moving anyway. But yeah, I was like, well, and actually, they haven't had as much of that bigger computer stuff on, like they used to. So, but I'm like, no, they should have waited 6 months till I'm gone.
Yeah. Or maybe that was a good thing, so you didn't, get a bunch of stuff that you had to, take back home anyway, or take down to Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
maybe
Hauling,
that was a
I
good
can
thing.
tell you those memory stick things. You would not mind hauling those. I think we bought them for like, I don't know, $100, and we sold them for 1,800.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Got a lot of cop car computers. In fact, we didn't even list those yet.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Need to warm up in here. It's cold. I do think it's supposed to be in the 30s today, so that's good.
Oh boy.
I think we're staying in the teens.
I think it's supposed to get up to like 13 here today by the afternoon. It is supposed to warm up, but my house is cracking because my dogs are barking. You know, it's cold when the wood starts cracking outside because it's so cold.
Oh.
No, honestly, I wouldn't know what that is.
Yeah, you never heard like your wood deck just crack, or like when a tree cracks or something because it's so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I lived in Michigan for 6 months and left during a blizzard. Yep, that's the last time I heard that. I don't want to hear that again. Whew. I don't know how y'all do it. 12 below.
Well, the older you get, the harder it gets. I will say that.
Oh yeah, I'd stay on the bed. Forget that. It's 20 something here, and I'm bundled up with like spandex underneath my pants and big old park on, and I may have brought a blanket too. I don't know. I'm old and it's cold.
I cannot take the cold.
No.
It's like what you do in the heat. You stay inside.
Yeah.
As much as you can.
Pretty much.
Ooh, I'd have to.
I'm looking at these Mole Richardson stage lights.
What are they?
They're Mole, M-O-L-E, Richardson stage lights, type 3081.
Huh.
They have them at our local college. They're selling them for 11 of them. There's 11 in the lot. Nobody's bid yet. The auction ends in 2 days. Starting bid is $200, but it looks like they sell pretty good. Looks like they sell for like,
Yeah. I'm just looking at them.
yeah, like $200 a piece, and there's 11 of them.
Wow. When does the auction end?
2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one.
You do that.
I will.
You bid, and then if you win, you go pick the stuff up. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Ours is it government? Our government is you have to pay for it before you pick it up. So you have to either wire them the money or use your credit card or PayPal. They won't take a check or anything. You can't pay at the site when you pick it up. All you're there is you just bring your paid invoice and they just give it to you.
Yeah, that's how most of our online auctions are. Anyway, they take it right out as soon as it ends.
Oh yeah, see, like ours, you can pay for it at pickup. But the government one, you can't.
Come on.
How do you find? Do you use like Auction Zip or one of those?
I'm on GovDeals.
Oh, yeah, mine. My state has it. I mean, you could. I just like you could Google search like if you lived in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania government surplus auctions. You probably have Gov deals or Gov liquidations, but then you might have like a state-run site. Like Wisconsin has its own state-run site. They will have some stuff up on Gov deals or whatever. Not as much, but then they have this own. There's a company in Wisconsin that runs the state-run site. So I usually just check for that.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-oh.
And this is such a beginner question.
Good. Will it be easy?
I hope so. Okay, I'm switching stuff. I'm going to start switching stuff over to calculated shipping.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the options that's available. Is there one that, you know, based on the weight and the package, does it calculate and does it give all the options that are available, or is
No,
it
it gives whatever you pick as your shipping method. So if you pick USPS Parcel Select, and
right?
unless you have multiple shipping things picked, it's going to calculate when they click on the ad, it will show that shipment for that like Parcel Select carrying it.
Okay.
Now you can mark that as like a slow carrier, but then like let's say they buy it, you might find that when you actually pack it and have the correct dimensions, I mean, and the very correct weight, it might be cheaper to ship it priority or the same. Then I just ship it priority. That's me. How I do it.
That's how we do it too.
But
Yep.
like these pair of swim trunks,
They'll go first class.
they weigh 6 ounces.
First class.
So it would be, I mean, I do first class.
Calculate
but
the shipping on first class because it's going to switch to zones. I used to do first class free. I switched it to paid because they're switching to zone shipment. And then
Right.
I think like Jim was looking at it this weekend, it's going to be a 11% increase in postal rates and that. So we're just moved away from free shipping because
Well, that's what
variable. I don't know what shipping is going to look like in
Don't forget to
30
account
days.
for the weight of your packaging.
Oh, good job, Mary.
Thank
What'd
you.
you say, Maggie?
I said, don't forget to account for the weight of your packaging.
Yeah.
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 Well, it's gonna be
I'll just I don't, and I'm not saying I'm right. Like let's say that pair of swim trunks, I wouldn't even weigh it. I'd just pick it up. I'll be like, all right, 8 ounces,
Right.
close enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
I even do that with stuff that like I can pick something up. I'll be like, all right, this will ship in a 2 to 3 pound rate or whatever. I don't actually weigh it.
I do the same thing.
Really?
Most of the time I'm right. But
Oh, I weigh every stinking thing.
I don't.
I do too.
I pick it up and I do what Tara does. I'm like, okay,
I mean, if it was something that's going to be like over 30 pounds,
yeah.
I'll weigh it. If it's something real heavy, or if it's something that's real large because the dimensional weight might shoot it way up, that stuff I'll check. But if it's something like, let's say, I'll use an example, it'll fit in a 12 by 12 by 8 box. I mean, I can usually pick it up and I'm pretty damn close what it's going to weigh shipped. I can put it right in that parameter. I don't weigh it.
For first class, an ounce makes a difference, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because what is it? It'll be 3 ounces will be the same price, and then when it goes to 4 to 6 or whatever, it's a different price. So yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, like a T-shirt. I know a T-shirt typically ships at an 8 ounce rate. It seems like I end up putting enough of them in a bag. I just know it's gonna be right about 8 ounces.
yeah, you get to the point where you know the feel and you know what type of box it's going to fit in. You kind of know, like she said, 12 by 12 by 8. I use that for everything, unless it's too big.
Right.
Yeah.
But, got it. But yeah, I do the same thing. If I know it'll fit in that box, I'll just pick it up and be like, okay, this is 4 pounds or this is 3 pounds, and I'm usually pretty good at it. I've tried to do it with heavier items and I've been off, but still the shipping covers it. So
yeah. And then there'll be other times where maybe I'm a little bit off on the weight, or like let's say it's something that goes like in a 16 by 12 by 8 or something. It's got an odd size. By the time Jim packs it and gets the accurate dimensions, the shipping will come back down anyway. So
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I would say if you're new or new-ish, that you weigh everything and you take account. You're like, oh, this feels like, you could do that. You could say, oh, this feels like 6 ounces, but then you weigh it and see how close you are. Because when you're new, you'll screw yourself over every time, and that can cost you a lot of money.
Mhm. Yeah, most of the time I make money on shipping, so.
Well, you
that's not
ship,
right.
yeah, I make money on shipping too,
Right.
but like,
Well, I see what you're saying.
when
If
you're
new
when
and-
you're new, yeah, when you're new though, like it's it's more like of a learned. It's like a learned skill kind of thing. If you haven't been doing this for a while, then you're not gonna know what 6 ounces feels like, or you're not gonna know what 2 pounds feels like. If you're not used to shipping things.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of times I've been burned by this. I know that there's times when I've shipped something and I've overestimated and probably overpaid. And
Right.
they never happen to refund you for that. But there's been a few times when I underdid it, and then they came back and slapped me with the extra charge.
Right.
And it's so funny that on the site they'll say, well, if you're over, we'll refund you. They've never refunded ever.
One time I got a refund once. But, yeah. But I've been smacked with an overcharge a few times.
You gotta be careful with FedEx because they're good for that.
Yes.
They'll find something that, like Jim was doing crates and he wasn't cladding them in cardboard until we found out there was like some of those they were hooking us for like a $75 surcharge on them because they weren't clad in cardboard.
Wow.
And and you will. I mean, that's just. It's not like you get a notification like, "Hey, you forgot to clad this in cardboard." This is just Jim going back through like the invoice for the shipping charges. He just found some. He's like, I don't know why they overcharged me for this. Anyway, FedEx. I try. I mean, I have to use FedEx some, but actually, to tell you the truth, I try to stay away from them because I've had them overcharge me a lot.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you use on eBay, Tara? The FedEx?
Probably. I could just with the eBay invoice.
Okay. I was like, because they did that to us once, and then we signed up for our own business account with them, and that way it don't do that to us no more because they got us good one time too.
Yeah, and true, it's because they bill it on your invoice, so actually eBay is their customer for FedEx.
Yeah.
It's not technically, it isn't you.
Yeah, and that's how it works. That's why we just went ahead and we did our own business with FedEx.
Yeah, I agree.
It's easier.
Yeah.
I had no surprises. But I'm like y'all too. I mean, I have to weigh mine a lot of times too, so because I'll be the first one to get burned. But we had someone emailed us and said something about our shipping, and I guess he reported us to eBay or something. We ended up getting a bunch of money back from being overcharged too much postage.
Oh wow!
I was like, well, okay, I'll take that. Go ahead, report me. My weights were right, so it's like, okay, I don't care.
What'd they report you for?
Because they said that the shipping was too much, that I should just be able to slap a label on it, send it out the door. But I like to box a lot of our stuff up. That way it doesn't get damaged or whatever, And I guess he thought the shipping was too much and wanted to tell eBay about it. Just a bunch of little teeny babies. So, whatever.
eBay ain't gonna do nothing because they're getting their money. Mm-hmm. It was customers' choice to buy it at the rate and what they were charged.
All right.
I think most regular people don't have an idea how much stuff costs because you'll have somebody who will give you like a $6 offer with free shipping. Lady or person, it's not worth me doing. Thank you. I'll just throw it away then. You know what I mean? Because it won't even cover the shipping. I'll lose money on it. But I don't think people generally don't know what it costs.
I've had one person message me and say, I don't need this right away because it was like priority padded flat rate. I don't need this right away, so if you can ship for cheaper, that, let's try to do it that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's over £1, so that's the
Yeah.
only way I can ship it. Unless
Yeah.
I wanted to send it, parcel select, and I just don't ship that.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think that people understand the whole
No.
shipping thing.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna be difficult today.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's
Time
every
to pick
day.
them off the panel.
Okay,
Dang.
you
I
close
gotta pee.
sellers. Close sellers. This padded envelope has got a pair of swim trunks in
Right.
it. Is that good or bad? Or should I use a bigger one? Because I've
No,
never
it's
shipped clothes before.
That's
Looks
fine.
fine to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
as long as you can, as long as it's big enough, you can put a label on it. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Tom, be sure to bubble wrap them so they don't break.
Yeah. I'm confused as it is right here. No, I just don't want it to look like I've heard people talking about throwing a suit coat in a like a blazer inside of a
Hey, don't be talking shit now.
10 by 12 padded envelope. Was that cheese?
All my T-shirts and like shorts and stuff like that go on a Mylar mailer. I call them a Mylar mailer. They're just those like plastic mailers. If it's a sweatshirt that will go over £1, I usually put those in the padded priority and just play the flat rate priority on them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I use them. I call them poly mailers, but they're the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poly mailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. I just don't want to. Y'all have done a lot of these clothes, and I just don't want to ship something and then somebody say, you could have put it in a little bit bigger box or blah 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 blah.
No.
And like I said, we're talking about a pair of Aero 87 swim trunks.
I
Right.
just stick them in one of these. Why do you need a padded one?
Yeah. You don't really
I'd
need a
save the
paddle board.
padded one for something that needs padding
Yeah.
and use the poly mailer.
You're being difficult now.
I always
Do you,
I
Tom?
always
Do you
use
have
that.
poly mailers?
That looks like a free eBay one, probably. Yeah.
I always use the padded flat rate just because I get usually 400, and I have plenty of them. I do have some poly mailers, but I usually don't use those very often.
Tom, do you have Sir Walter Raleigh in a can?
No, man. No, sir. Okay, well, cool. I've got some poly mailers.
Yeah.
I always
Your prices are probably going to be cheaper if you use the poly mailer because it's going to be a little lighter.
I always stick my clothes in another bag first, though.
Me too.
Yep. Me
Yeah.
too.
Those are good
I
for
think it should
shipping
come up
away.
in your invoice because
Yeah,
Jim looks
that's
at
it.
those.
Already did that.
Okay. I went to the bathroom when you were talking, so I didn't know.
Okay. No, I mean, we hadn't discussed that, but I already did that.
I put everything in a plastic bag for every stinking thing.
Is there a certain place like I've heard people talking about T-shirt bags from Walmart or something like that?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what
the
those
bread
are.
bags.
Do I?
Bread bag.
Those are the bread bags. You can
Yeah.
get them for like $2.98 for 100 of them,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is cheaper.
Where do you find them at?
Where the Ziploc bags are, use Walmart's brand.
Okay.
Jennifer wants to know, where do you find the shipping costs on your eBay account? She was.
I think it's where where's invoices? I'm looking for that. I think it's when you click your invoices, you should have your shipping breakdown should be over there.
Or is it? Doesn't your shipping at
No, Jim looks at it off. I'm pretty sure off the eBay hub, and this is like a Jim question, and he's not here.
Yeah, there is a place on the hub.
There is a place on that shipping hub where you can like look at your invoice.
Oh, Tom,
Ma'am?
it's not going to say bread bags. They're going to be the ones that you use with the twisty ties. They're not Ziploc. And the Walmart, it's great value.
Uh-huh. And will it say bread bags, or will it just say?
No, it's just the ones that you would use with the twisty ties.
Okay. All right.
Just order it online from Walmart and then go pick it up in the store. You don't have to go looking for it.
I got to go buy 3. I'm gonna go look at it online, so I'll know what it is. But I got to go buy a Walmart today, so I'll whip it in there and get some.
Push the cart.
I have got to get some of these clothes out of here. I've got to get them lifted.
So what are you gonna go to the bins for? What are you gonna?
Just to say, I've got to be next door, so I might as well walk in there and see what's in there.
Yeah. Now I know they have like a boutique area.
Oh yeah.
That you can go in, and sometimes I didn't go in there the 2 times that we went.
Yeah,
But,
that's the place with the bloodied up old women with very, just
what?
Their clothes are all messed up and they got blood coming off their hands and faces.
We don't have a boutique section. Okay, I'm gonna answer Jennifer's question. I'll answer Jennifer's question. You go to the bottom of your selling page, like your overview page, and at the bottom it will say account summary. There's an arrow there. You click that arrow. That's gonna bring up another page, and you'll have your latest invoice. But they'll be in purple. It says view details. When you hit view details, then it will give you a breakdown of your like eBay charges, your FedEx charges, stuff like that.
I had another question and it just went blessed. Oh, I know what it was.
Sorry, Tom.
Yeah.
I was seeing that under selling. I was seeing that under selling costs, but
I don't know. I went all the way to the bottom of the page, and what did I say it was? Account summary. Then that's how I found it. But anyway, maybe there's 2 ways to it. I don't know.
I looked at performance, and then if you go to selling costs, but I don't know if it like because it has shipping labels on there, so I'm not sure if it has like if it breaks that part down. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't see what I actually paid for shipping because I pay for shipping through PayPal, right?
Well, okay. I'll actually look at mine.
Mine's under shipping labels. Mine says under shipping labels how much I paid.
Oh, really?
For my labels, yeah, it should.
Do y'all charge any kind of like handling on calculated shipping?
No.
You can't charge handling anymore.
No.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
I was just looking at it.
You can't charge restocking fee anymore.
Right.
No. I do a 25-cent handling fee.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do too.
I don't usually charge a handling fee because my discount usually gives me more than my shipping discount.
Well, if they're doing calculated, aren't they going to be paying? Calculated shipping, will that be based on just straight USPS fees charges, or will that be based on our shipping, our discount?
It's not based on.
They don't get the discount.
Yeah, I
get discounts.
I get the discount.
You get the discount, but the buyer does not get the discount.
No,
that's when you print the shipping label. It'll show you what your discount is over there. It'll be like with your eBay discount.
Right.
You can pass the discount on to your buyer, but I don't.
Right.
But they don't know about it.
No.
They don't have a thing that says, oh well, here's the discount.
I've never done calculated shipping before. I've always done free or just flat. This is what it is.
There ain't nothing to it, Tom. Just mark calculated shipping, first class if it's a first class thing, and then they'll just pay the shipping. But it's not hard.
Because first class has never been the zone before, so now it's
yeah.
Just when you're doing that, just make sure when you're putting the information in that you weigh the item and make sure that if it's over a pound, you want to put it down for over a pound, because otherwise you'll regret it.
You are such a wonderful bunch of people.
Well,
And I
thank
say
you.
that wholeheartedly, not being sarcastic, like Todd.
Well,
Just don't
Me?
call anybody.
shipping it definitely has there's a learning curve to it, and you really have. I mean, it's something I never really had to deal with, And if I'm thinking that way,
Morning,
probably
Claire.
everybody else in the that's buying from eBay, they're probably thinking the same thing. But it you just it takes some time, and sometimes it costs you money to learn that stuff. But
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me
I'm,
ask.
I'm so thankful, me and Sally, because we kind of started around the same time. She helped me and I helped her, and we kind of helped each other through it. So,
Can I ask another question?
no,
You're
great.
asking
Or are
questions
you
today.
my questions for today?
You're out of your questions today. You got your max.
On these poly bags, how do
Yeah.
you, or even the poly the bubble envelopes? How
Yeah.
do you do the dimensions like you do this and this? What about the thickness?
I just put an inch.
Just put an
Depending
inch.
how thick.
Morning,
Yeah, unless
Joe.
you stuff something in there that's real thick, then maybe you might want to do 3. But I mean, the way you have it right now, I just put an inch.
Okay.
And then if you use pirate ship, you go over there and when you export everything over into your pirate ship, when you do the poly mailers, it won't ask you for the thickness of it. It'll just ask you the length and the width. That's it, and the weight. That's why I like to use the pirate ship for the poly mailers.
Morning, Julie.
Morning, Julie.
Hey, there's Krillin 876. How you doing?
Krillin? I can't see
How
nobody
you
on chat.
doing?
How you doing? I'm gonna send you that Al Capone DVD we got.
Say hello to my little friend. All right, I'll shut up. I'll stop.
Is that what you said, Kathy? Al Pacino?
Oh.
Cute.
Thank you, Bridget.
Just having fun. It's cold outside. It's gosh, what is it, 7? I think it's 17.
Oh, hell no.
Oh no, that's just
And you're
Bridget.
cold?
I don't even want to hear it.
It's
It's 5
I think
here.
compared to like freaking Siberia.
It warmed up here. It's 19 below now.
Woo! Look at you. You got heat waves.
Oh, it's only -5 here.
Oh,
Woo!
and sunny. But we're
I
in Georgia.
know. I'm gonna go soak up the rays right now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Go get a tan.
It only feels like -14.
Oh,
Ugh.
You're freezing me to death.
I know.
But by 2 o'clock this afternoon, it's going to be up to a high of 13. So I'll probably go swimming then.
Woo!
Winter weather right there. Get
Oh,
your
it
hoodie
went
on.
up
That up.
It went up 2 degrees here. It's 7, and it feels like -14 with the wind.
You're out on an island, though.
No,
You're surrounded by water.
I know.
Scully Star Fashions, yeah, it's real easy to use. Pirate Ship is really easy to use.
14 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, shut up.
Shitty ideas come to my mind.
Oh my god.
What did she say just now?
Hey, Google. Temperature.
That is my fuck you weather radar.
Oh. I was like,
thought
what the
that.
hell did you just say?
I know.
Wow, it's cold where Todd is. 41.
Yeah.
Todd.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
26 here.
It's only supposed to get up to 60 today. It's cold.
I wish it was 41 here.
God, Sally. Oh, you can keep that weather. Or that's Todd. Okay. Ooh, Lord, y'all keep that weather. I'm gonna move with Todd. Todd's got 60-degree weather. I can handle that.
Well, I guess that's the reason Valerie was wanting to move down that way.
We're 25.
12 miles per hour. Wind. 12 miles
Shut
per hour.
up.
The only blowjob I get these days.
Yeah, it's cold in Kentucky too. It's only 16 degrees there right now.
Wow.
And the high is going to be 29, but then tomorrow it's going to be 48.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is one thing that you'll have to get used to, and Brandon and Jim too, is that having these extreme temperatures one day, and the next day it's 60,
Yeah.
because it will mess up your system real fast. Like
Oh, yeah.
we have these rolling days here where it's super cold, and then it gets hot the next day. Then the flu starts running rapid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as he starts school and the weather starts dropping or changing, start pumping him full of vitamin C.
Start hitting the vitamin C.
That's right.
Get all jacked up on vitamin C. And
We get days like that up here where it's warm and then it gets really cold and then it gets warm and then it gets really cold.
Yeah.
We have that up here. Probably a lot more than you do, so she'll be used to that.
Okay. Because that's what.
you know what I won't miss? Like in the month of February where it never gets above 0. I won't miss that.
Yeah.
Grandma Magic Plastics is breaking out in song in the chat. She says, "Do you want to build a snowman?"
And hell no.
No, just not.
No.
It's freaking cold.
Julie says, and I thought it was cold at 41 degrees.
Oh no, we're below 0 here.
She's in Cali.
She's in Cali.
Okay, because I was making sure she wasn't the one on the north side of Charlotte, because that's a big jump between the north side and me.
Brandon's helping us load the truck yesterday. It was cold here yesterday. I think our high was around 2 or 3. Anyway, he's helping us move stuff. He took his gloves off. He's like, "Oh no, there's something on this. It's making my hand burn. It's making my hand burn." He's touching a piece of metal. I'm like, "No, honey. Most people wear gloves, because when the metal gets so cold, it feels like it's burning your hand.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
the steering wheel burns your hand when it's
yeah."
cold.
Yeah, like when this morning I walked outside to do the horses and I have a snowmobile jacket on, so it's like that, I don't know, I call it like windbreaker material, and it gets all stiff and everything. It's like you're wearing styrofoam. You walk on the snow and it's all squeaky and styrofoamy sounding, then you know it's getting cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Trees
can't
are cracking.
complain. We've had such an awesome January. It's really hard to complain.
No, we've had a pretty warm January. Only thing is, I hope I hope it warms back up, because where I'm at, we don't really have very much snow. And if you start getting this big sub-zero temperature drop with no snow on the ground, that's when you start having frozen septics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the snow, when it's real cold, you do need the snow for an insulator.
Right.
Well, my husband, I parked my truck 2 hours ago, and it's freezing cold right now. Still.
Jim started the diesel this morning to leave, and he said it started. He goes, but it was not happy. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
he had it plugged in. He probably got up around 2 o'clock in the morning and went and plugged it in, and it started, but it was not happy. And he let it warm up for a while before he left.
Yeah, our truck was plugged in all night, but I've had it sitting for 2 hours, and yeah, it's really cold right now.
That's what he said about his truck, that it was hard to start this morning. It really did.
Yeah. Well, and diesels are not really great in cold weather always. They are hard to start. That's why they canceled school, because the diesel school buses, they couldn't get them started. Some of them.
Yeah.
Last February, we had to have a rental car while one of ours was in the shop, and we had they gave me a real good deal on a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And that baby had everything on it. The best thing I like about it was that you could stand in your doorway and hit a little button and it would crank up. And by the time you got there, the seats were nice and warm. The steering wheel was warm.
Oh boy.
The car was warm.
Yep. Me and Jim are such hillbillies. We had to rent a car to drive to Mississippi to pick up this truck we bought. And we rented, it was a 2016 Jetta. This was back in 16. So it was like a newer car. And we get in the car and I'm like, okay, Jim, well, how do you start the car? He's like, I don't know. I go, well, I don't know either. It's got that, you just place the fob in, it's proximity or whatever. We had to have the rental guy come out and show us how to start the freaking car.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding you. And he's like, well, you got to have your foot on the brake. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. He looked at us like, oh my God, where are these two from? 1975.
Oh my
Well, they used to only put that on like the higher models of a certain car, but now it's, I think, probably in a couple of years they won't make keys anymore.
Probably
Which
not.
is fine because I had to have a key made for my 2000 Chrysler, and it cost me $200.
I know that Ford Expedition's like that too. Because Jim's like, oh my God, because they only gave us one key because they lost the other. He goes, don't lose it. He goes, yeah, they're like a couple $100 to replace. We rented that Jetta, and I'm like, oh, you know what? This is a cute car, Jim. Maybe we should think about getting one of these. And I rode in that thing all night to Mississippi, and I'm like, I'll never own one of these things. It was the most uncomfortable car to ride in a long distance that I've ever ridden in. It was horrible.
My son
I'm
owns one of
old.
those, Tara.
There you go, Julie. There's some snow. See, we don't have to drive to get snow. We just go at our door.
Yeah, hell, all I gotta do is I don't even have to go outside. I just look out the window and there it is.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm not smoking, but you can see my breath.
Why don't you turn the heat on?
I got the heat on. It's warming up.
What you got going on today, Sally?
Not a lot. Just
Get some listing done?
yeah, and I'm working on my Poshmark a little bit more today.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna get some shorts listed, and then I'm gonna get in there and maybe work on some electronics today. I got a lot of things I want to get done today.
Me too. Too cold to go out. Good day.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here.
I'm not going until I have to.
Wish I could say the same.
You're gonna have fun digging through that storage unit. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun leaving Marcel there. Let's send him up.
What time did y'all leave this morning, Kathy?
What, 6:30, almost 7? It's only about 3 hours and 40 minutes away.
So let's see. That was 6:30 your time. You're an hour behind us.
Yes.
You're on.
We should be there about 10:25.
But it'll be the best unit you ever bought.
It better be. No, Alabama unit was. It better have some gold up in the sucker somewhere, hidden in that dust. If not, that toilet paper is going to come in really handy.
Boy.
Whew. Like I said, clean
Was
toilet
that
paper.
was
I don't
that
have to
the
worry about
one?
being out there.
Was that the one that had the dirt or dust was everywhere, and then they had a box with a brand new roll of toilet paper?
Yep.
That's the one.
That was so weird looking.
I know, right? And it's the only one we got.
Wow.
Well, everybody came paid for the other ones.
Well, that's because Marcel was persistent on this one.
Oh, I know. Lord help me, Jesus. 3.5 hours. The good thing is it's a holiday, no traffic, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That helps, but.
Oh, it's gonna have some great stuff in it. It looks like it does.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's in that box.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
me
know.
too.
That box is kind of interesting, but it's just the rest of it, the dust and the cold. If it was inside, it probably would be so bad. It's because it's outside. But it's only 7 by 10, so it won't take us but a few seconds to load it all up in totes and go.
Yeah.
How far away is she from your house?
It's about 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
know
have a
there's some
trailer?
great stuff in that bin.
Do
You know
what?
how I know? Because Marcel's a winner, and winners only buy great bins.
Stop sucking up, Tom. Good, stop now. He can't help you.
I'm trying to motivate him because his wife's just beating his ass all the way for 3.5 hours.
Oh,
This better be a good.
yeah.
This
You
better
should have
be
heard
a
it this
good
morning.
bin.
You guys have a trailer? Or?
Oh no, it's a little 7 by 10. We can throw it all in our truck and go. It's a small one, thank God.
Come on, Illuminati, get away.
Now he's gonna start fussing at people driving.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Because Kathy's saying if we've driven this far and it's nothing but a bunch of crap, he's gonna be strapped to the top of the truck, and I've got plenty of room on the inside.
That's right. And I have a shotgun to put in my back window, look like he can be a deer. I'll tie him down. Nah, I won't. It'd probably be something decent there, I guess. We'll see.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's just a lot of dust. Dusty.
Yeah, that's what got me. Everything is so dusty and dirty in it. And then there was the box with the roll of toilet paper that looked brand new. And then there was
colors.
pardon me?
The colors. Did you see the colors? The crayons, little box of crayons that look like they're brand new. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw that too. It's like I was wondering whether they threw stuff in from another bin.
That's what I was wondering, but I don't know. I guess we'll figure out when we get there.
Which the manager of a storage auction said that told me that if they put stuff from another bin into it, they have to declare that it's dealer added items or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't put nothing on there, so like I said, it's a bunch of dust. Stay free.
It's gonna be a great one.
Oh, we drove this road so many freaking times. We should know it like the back of our hand.
Are you going up by Nashville?
Yeah, right outside of Nashville.
Yeah.
Where was it at? Hang on.
There's that tear.
It's right outside of Henderson, Tennessee. So it's not very far from Kentucky, actually. About another hour away.
There you go. You can meet Jim up. He'll be down there around, I don't know, 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, yeah, I ain't staying that long. I had to hit y'all up next time I come this way. Shoot, I'm ready to go home now. We should probably get home by 3. We'll be all right.
Tell Jim, get that box truck over here. We need your help.
Well, I can tell you it is packed and stacked. I mean, you couldn't get any more in it. So you could get nothing in that box truck right now.
Oh, good Lord. Hey, don't it?
So you got about another 30 box truck loads to take down there, Tara?
No. No, I mean, in that building we're using storage, I mean, I don't know. Maybe 4, because there's some stuff we're getting rid of and stuff in there. Oh, and there ain't really that much stuff in the house.
Well, you still have a little piece of land attached to that property, don't you?
Yeah, I have the north, it's between 7 and 8 acres. It's the north side of my old property.
Well, you ought to just go get your a storage building and stick it on that piece of it and just start putting stuff in.
Yeah, no, but I don't want to keep that land. So I actually, to tell you the truth, I got a semi-trailer over there yet, and I'll probably if I have to use it for storage, I will. So anyway.
Do you have to go through your old property to get to it?
No,
or is
it's on the road. It's road-wise. It's the length of the road. The 40 acres, the road runs along it the long way. So no, it has a driveway up on it and stuff like that. It's by
Why do you want to keep that land?
I'm not keeping it. I'm going to sell. I'll put it up for sale in the summer. Right now, it's got some stuff parked on it, and I'm not going to try selling it right now. I'm using it as a staging area.
Listen, Tara's in a
I mean,
selling
I'll put it
mode.
up for sale. I mean, I'll probably put it up for sale in the summer. I don't have to, like, I'm not going to keep it, but it's not like I need to cash out of it right now. So right now I'm just using it, like, because I can park like a truck and trailer on it. It's my property, so nobody can say, oh, get your shitty truck and trailer out of my way or something like that. So I like it because it's my property. Right now my horses are still using it, stuff like that. So I will put it up for sale. I just not going to put it up for sale right now.
Yeah.
When I move out of here, I'll put it up for sale.
Did you see Mary's question?
Huh?
Did you see Mary's question? She says, I put PR in my do not ship exclusion and keep getting people ordering from there.
Oh, Puerto Rico?
Oh, yeah. She says, how do they keep getting around it?
I don't know.
That's
Puerto Rico
weird.
That's a territory.
Yeah, it is a territory. So if it's United States, then that's how they're getting it.
Yeah,
That's
but
how
you
they're
can put
getting.
an exclusion where you don't ship to Alaska or Hawaii, where you just ship to the continental United States.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually do it. I don't sell that much stuff to Puerto Rico, but I don't put it as an exclusion. But I think there is something in your listing page, or you can. Isn't there a thing you can mark where it's just going to the continental United States?
I don't know if there is any.
I thought you could exclude Alaska and Hawaii, or you can add a surcharge to them, which I have done that on some items. You can add a surcharge to those areas. There is a box for that. And then I guess you could put the surcharge on there, and then if the surcharge was high enough, it would probably discourage like Puerto Rican people from buying it, or Alaskan or Hawaiian or whatever.
I'm looking right now to see.
Yeah, but didn't they do away with extra charges or something like that? Aren't you not able to?
No, I think you can. Well, here I'll go on a listing, but I think you can still do the surcharge or something that.
Oh, can you?
All right. What am I going to list? A gauge.
Why wouldn't you want to sell to Alaska or Hawaii or Puerto Rico? I don't understand.
I don't exclude it, but
I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't get that many orders from them. I mean,
I don't either.
Maybe 2 a month from Puerto Rico, if that. You know, in Hawaii, same thing. So I don't really get a whole lot. I don't know. I don't exclude them. If you use calculated shipping.
I suppose if you do free shipping, I suppose that would make you not want to do it. I suppose.
Yeah, that's the only reason I could think of too. But
Yeah, select the regions or countries you don't want to ship to. You can select Alaska, Hawaii, APOs, or U.S. Territories, and then internationally they have like countries you can exclude. I don't do it.
I don't either.
U.S. protectorates, is that it?
I think that would be your territories, yeah. APO are military bases that are abroad, and then Alaska and Hawaii. I knew you could choose Alaska and Hawaii too.
Nitty Gritty Picker said that their post office is running today.
What?
Is it?
What?
Yeah,
no.
No. All post offices are closed.
Well, FedEx is probably running today.
Right. FedEx, UPS are, but
UPS. And
He
stuff,
said
but
he said the mailman just delivered my mail this morning and took my packages.
Oh.
I asked how come he wasn't off for today, and he said in Maryland they had to work today.
Huh.
Weird.
no.
Thought it was a national thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, the post office is not part of the U.S. government, so it really doesn't have to follow it. Just like there's a lot of people working today.
That's interesting.
Huh.
I know eBay says I don't have to ship until tomorrow, so I know I'm
Nope,
safe.
me neither.
I better go check mine. Make sure mine says the same thing.
Oh, I know mine's closed.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, go to your orders on eBay and it'll tell you when you got to ship it by.
Well, I got 2 things listed,
Oh, good.
Good job.
even with all the questions.
Yeah, but we didn't, Tom, because we were answering the question.
Exactly.
Oh my God! Now Maggie's going to start getting on my ass.
There you go.
Sweet Maggie.
How come Todd's been on mute this whole time?
Okay, I'm taking the sweet off for her little.
I think he's jealous.
My reseller roll call.
I was
Where
thinking.
I have all the your handles and then your real name. I've got Sweet Maggie Doodle. Well, I just struck out. She's on my list now.
Well, there goes that reputation.
There he is.
What?
There's the man of the hour.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm so popular. What are you? What?
What?
I don't know why you've been on mute this whole time.
Have you
Been what?
Have you shipped that watch?
No, there's no shipping today.
Nitty Gritty Picker says it could be for us that we have rural letter carrier who are contracted from USPS.
That could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's just really weird. But of course, it's weird to me that Brandon's going to, or had school.
Well, he would have been in school if it wouldn't have been frigid up here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I don't know.
Yeah, they were supposed to have school here too, but they got called off because of the cold.
One of the counties down in South Carolina, they had like Christmas and Thanksgiving was that, and July the 4th. They were definite days. The offices was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And things like Martin Luther King's birthday and some of these other off-the-wall holidays, they were open, but you had an option of taking that as a personal day, or you could use that personal day for some other time. And when I'd go into that county office, everybody was always there because back then the kids were in school, so they would save that personal day for an in-service day when the when the teachers are working, but the kids are off, and they could just burn it then. One of these days, when the United States has the 45 government holidays like Europe does,
Because I think the bank is closed today too, right?
it is.
Yeah.
Because normally, if the what is it? Not FDIC, the banking people, if they're closed, then they're usually closed.
Bye, Rita.
Credit union seems closed today.
Sometimes I don't pay attention, but sometimes my bank only bookkeeping will be closed, but you can still go and take money in and out.
Sometimes the credit union doesn't observe all the holidays that the banks do, but they did today.
Do y'all remember when banks used to be closed on Wednesday afternoon?
No, I don't think we had that up here.
Well, we had that here when I was real little.
What was that all about?
Farmers, they were closed on Wednesday afternoon, but open on Saturday morning, so farmers could go in and do their banking.
Yep, I remember that. I mean, real little. Real little when that happened.
Oh, hell, they were still doing it in South Carolina when I into the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah, I was real little in the 70s.
I was born in '73, and I don't remember this.
That's when I was.
y'all are a bunch of brothers.
That's why I said real little, Tom.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't really.
15 years-
I'll tell you, from 73 till 80, I didn't really pay attention to the bank when it was open or closed. I'll tell you that.
I only remember that because our town, we lived in a very small farming community. They did that all the way up until like the late 80s. You know,
Yeah.
the town buildings were closed on Wednesdays, banks were closed on Wednesdays. So
I remember when everything would be closed on Sunday, like the grocery store and everything, but it ain't like that no more.
And it would hurt if they brought that back.
no, that's when I do my grocery shopping.
Or like a holiday, you know, like Thanksgiving or Christmas. I mean, everything was shut down,
Oh,
gas
yeah.
stations, everything. But now it's like, you know, Thanksgiving they're open during the day, or you know, like Christmas they'll open up at 9 o'clock at night or something like that.
I have a friend that's got like 10 convenience stores and they're closed on Sundays.
Wow.
He says they make enough money. First of all, he doesn't have a bazillion stockholders wanting their 25 cents. But he says we make enough money between Monday and Saturday that we don't have to, you know, we don't
Well,
have
you
to
can
get
still pay if he's selling gas, or is it just a like little small grocery store?
It's a full convenience store. Most
Yeah,
of his
if
are
you
out
sell
in the
gas, I mean, you're
boondocks.
still gonna have to pay at the pump. So when you're closed, you're still gonna sell gas.
Yeah, his pumps are automated.
You know. Oh my God, we went to Florida. Okay, we're driving to Florida. We got the horse trailer up, and we're in North Florida. And my gas gauge and my pickup wasn't working properly. I'm like, we better go get some gas. I'm gonna go off on this exit. So we're in rural North Florida. We go off on this exit, and so we're like, okay. Jim's like, okay, I'll just scan my credit card. He's like, what the hell? They turn their pumps off at night, so you couldn't scan your credit card. Now we don't know if we have enough gas to like move on. So Jim's like, yeah. So we slept there. It's like, I don't know, 4 a.m. So we slept there 2 hours waiting for them to turn their pumps back on at 6 a.m. So anyway, Jim's like, oh yeah, this isn't good. Down here in Florida, you get a lot of, you know, you might get mugged or something or killed or something. This ain't good. This ain't good. Tells me this for 10 minutes, proceeds to crawl in the back seat and falls asleep. I'm like, well, why would you tell me that like right now? And just go to sleep, because you think I'm going to be able to go to sleep after you just told me this whole story. It's hot as blazes. It's August, so I have to sit with the truck windows down because you couldn't have them up because it was too hot, you know. And then you hear, we're in a real rural area, so you hear all the sounds of the swamp, you know, down there in Florida.
You're at the Boggy
Yeah.
Creek Swamp
And
Mart.
when you're from northern Wisconsin, you're hearing a whole bunch of stuff you do not hear up here. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm sitting with Jim had like this large size jackknife that was in between. So I put it in my hand. I'm like, well, because at least if somebody comes up to my window, if I doze off, I could maybe stab him in the face and then that would wake Jim up where he could do something.
I love to hear Tara say, "Oh my God," and I like to hear Nikki go, "Don't you know?" and "Oofta."
Yeah, that's a Minnesota thing, that oofta. We don't say that on the eastern part of Wisconsin.
And I'm not making fun. I just like to hear the way y'all say it.
But I don't think Nikki says yeah, hey. Do you guys say yeah, hey up there?
I say it.
Do you?
Yeah.
There's something that Jim says that I say, and I can never remember what it is. He goes, but it's something that like people down from southeast, like Milwaukee area, Wisconsin say, and I can't. He would know it if he was here. Damn it, what is it? He says I say it up.
Scared the crap out of me.
Hey there, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Chris Files?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how is your Mercari going? And do you sell like all clothes on there? We were just talking about that yesterday. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of clothes on there.
Bless you.
My goodness.
You know,
I got lost a lung on that one.
Oh boy.
I listed a bunch of stuff on Mercari at one time, and I couldn't get it to do anything.
Yeah, I've listed like
And-
50 things and I haven't gotten them.
Yeah, and so I'm just wondering if it's even worth it.
Well, now, like
I've
Chris,
never listed
I
on there.
know Chris before was saying that he does really well on Macari. So that's why I was asking, is he still doing good on Macari?
Yeah. Let us know, Chris.
And I thought he listed clothing, a lot of clothing.
I think he does a little bit of everything, hard goods and clothing. I know a couple of people, they do a lot, like their clearance stuff. They're trying to get rid of, stuff that's in eBay that hasn't sold or whatever, and they'll toss it over to Macari and put a low price on it and get rid of it. I've heard that before. But
Valerie, look at the sidebar.
oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, it's fine. It's all good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with for right now. I'm gonna stick with eBay, Etsy, and Posh, and that's what I'm gonna go with for now.
I've been thinking about Etsy. I have a bunch of vintage clothing. I'm not sure how it will do over there.
Vintage clothing apparently does really well.
Does it?
That's what
On
I've
where?
heard.
On Etsy?
On Etsy, yeah. I was just going through my eBay and cross listing everything, anything and everything that was vintage over there, and so I haven't sold anything, but I think it takes a while for you to to get started,
Yeah,
selling stuff, but
for a while for some reason.
yeah. So I don't know. Julie's got she sells on Etsy, and that's where she gets the majority of her orders. And she's got, I think, like 2,000 feedback. So
What kind of stuff does she sell? Just vintage stuff?
no, Julie sells. My daughter, she sells the clothing that she puts the wording on. She makes T-shirts and onesies and stuff like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, she has a heat press and everything. She does that. She makes little bowls and then the majority of it is for like kids, but she'll hand make the items. Somebody will say what they want, and then she'll make it.
Did y'all say goodbye to Rita? She left it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she left a while back.
Okay.
Yeah. What's
Yeah, Joanna says your daughter's making all this at home, which is what Etsy originally was supposed to be for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All the homemade stuff.
Yeah, and then they got the vintage.
Yeah. She does pretty good on there. She is pretty decent, actually.
I mean, I just so admire creative people like that. I haven't not got a creative bone in my body.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that. I definitely that my daughters are, creative, and they're on. They have a little bit of entrepreneur spirit in them, and that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. I mean, the world has so changed in terms of work and employment and how people make their money.
That's great. She says she's at 5 sales this morning. It's barely going to 8 a.m.
Wow.
That's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
she's.
do you do adult sizes too, or just kids?
What is? Can we see her?
I have
Her
Julie?
name on that?
Julie, you can put your link in. You should be able to put your link in the chat for your Etsy store, so people can look at it.
Joanna says, I know a lady who makes homemade soaps, and she kills it at fairs. I know someone who does that too, Joanna. And she does, yes, she makes great money. She makes her own soap. She goes to local craft fairs. And people love.
Yeah. She says she does all sizes. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
She said she
Lord.
does all sizes. Let me.
Yeah, she could post her Etsy name.
That's what I was trying to.
There you go. Perfectly Pink Boutique. Joanna, I can believe it because people like to buy, especially nowadays, unprocessed, handmade, you know what I mean? Real products.
And do you know what else? Just kind of putting a bug in her ear. A lot of people that go to Disney World, they go on Etsy and they like to get custom-made Disney shirts.
Yes.
Tons of people buy those. I mean, I'm in a lot of Disney groups on Facebook, and they're always asking for different Etsy groups or Etsy shops that make custom Disney shirts and stuff like that. So,
But how does that, as far as licensing,
I don't know.
Right.
Just make them. I don't know.
the conflict with that?
Yeah, Disney is really strict. We had a restaurant here, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, about a half hour north of me. It's called Minnie's Cafe, and on their sign they had Minnie Mouse, you know, and stuff like that. Disney cracked down on them and made them change the name of the cafe.
I don't know. People make their own pins, Disney pins now. People do their own Disney shirts, so I don't know how that.
Yeah. Well, don't get caught, because I know Disney is real funny about their name and their product.
I know there's a. Do you ever watch Biz Unplugged?
All the time, yep.
And they had that guy who's on there. What's his name? Pete had a something that he had made on Etsy, and he was showing it, and other people were, yeah.
Oh, that backpack. Was it the Epcot backpack?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Morning, Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Julie, I can't get there from that link. Perfectly Pink.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, she changed it. It's not Perfectly Pink Boutique. It's Perfectly Pink Bow. Etsy.com.
Oh, Perfectly Pink Bow.
Is it B-O-U?
B-O-W.
B-O-W. Okay.
Just search in Etsy for Perfectly
Oh,
Pink
I've got
Bow.
it
That's
now.
what I did.
I've got it.
Oh, those are cute.
There was a guy that used to be on the morning show with Dusty, maybe, and he made decals and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, Jeff over in California.
Yeah,
Jeff
he got
Davidson?
pretty hard, I hear. From
What did you say?
I think he
Is it
got hit
Davidson?
pretty hard for selling sports team decals.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Well, it isn't necessarily going to be the company, maybe, but somebody's going to tip them off or whatever, you know. And then, you know, when they find you, they're going to bring the hammer down.
Yeah.
You know, because especially if you paid good money to be able to put Minnie Mouse on a pencil box, and then somebody else is doing it themselves, you know they're going to be screaming foul. But those Disney people, those Disney fans are just kind of strange anyway.
I just favorited your shop, Julie. I'm Tribugle Bakery.
It is beautiful. I mean, the shop is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That banner is gorgeous.
Yeah. A lot of nice stuff.
Yes, so professional looking.
I'm still trying to find it.
I put the link in the chat there on.
In the chat. Okay. I'm still trying to find it. I can't even find it.
Oh, look at these little hair bows. Oh my god.
Aren't they cute?
Oh my god.
There you go. Thank you, Maggie.
The snuggle is real. Oh my god.
She's just, she's got a lot of good stuff. A lot of good, thinking that goes into that.
I follow this one web channel, and they go to Disney a lot for some reason. But anyway, they go to Disney, and if she's gonna be there 7 days, she has made seven different sets of ears.
Oh my
So
goodness.
she has a different set every day.
Yep.
And somebody said they'd like to buy some, and she's like, I'm not sure whether I could sell them or not, whether that's copyrighted or not.
It's all over. So
yeah.
I got busted for selling. I had sold a Monster Energy hat, and it was a real one. It was used. And I had another one I got, which I didn't know it, but it was a counterfeit one. But at the time, I didn't know it. I didn't know enough about it. So I listed it. And Monster Energy is like one that's really strict. They pulled it down on eBay, pulled it down, and it was like pulled down right away, like within a day.
Was it a real one or was it not?
It was the fake one. I did sell a real one earlier, and I got like $45-$50 for it. But then I had another one I got from the same place, but that one was a fake one, and I didn't know it anyway.
True 72 said Taylor Swift will catch her straight. She needs to make all of her money now because in 10 years, nobody will even know who Taylor Swift is. Because I'm a firm believer that we have a bunch of musical stars that they will not be like the women of the 80s, the 70s, some of the 90s. Because they all sound like Taylor Swift and that other crazy young girl and Cappuccino, whatever her name is. They all sound alike.
Cappuccino.
Who the hell's Cappuccino?
What's her name?
Cardi B?
No, Ariana Grande or something.
Ariana Grande.
I knew it had something to do with the kid with
Cappuccino. Like,
well, Grande is a Starbucks size of
cup.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, they all sound alike. Because I'll say, is that such and such singing that? My son, who is big into music, he'll like, no, that's so and so. And I'm like, okay. But I'm an old guy from the old school where people really sang and they didn't auto-tune everything. So
Come on now. There's some good music out there.
Name one.
Somebody asked, this is actually kind of interesting because you said that about Etsy with the Disney stuff. So somebody asked this question: can I make and sell Disney, Pixar, Marvel final graphics? Answer: no, not legally. Follow-up question: but I see them everywhere on Etsy. How do those sellers do it? Answer: illegally. You cannot legally make or sell any product with Disney lyrics, quotes, or characters on it without the permission of Walt Disney Company.
Yep.
And they're justified in doing that. If I had a
this is interesting. I'll say this one thing. Disney employs a team of people whose only job is to hunt down people and companies using their trademarks without permission.
Yeah.
I had heard that about the restaurant up here that they closed down, that they were really strict about anything where you infringed on any of their stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of the companies have those where that's their sole purposes too.
And the thing with the restaurant up here, I take that back. They could still call it Minnie's Cafe, but she had to take down all the Minnie Mouse stuff off the sign. and then she had like decorated the inside of the restaurant with Minnie Mouse stuff. She had to get rid of all the Disney stuff.
Oh.
Oh, and here, additionally, Disney has an email address for anyone that sees it that you could turn it in and report it to this website they have. And I would predict that's probably when people like get busted. That's probably some other seller or somebody sees them doing it and they turn it into Disney's tip line.
Yep.
Yeah, in days gone by, you couldn't have daycares could not show, even though they're paying for cable, they couldn't show the Disney Channel.
Really? Oh, because it's paid.
It's a commercial.
Paid.
It's a
Yeah.
commercial establishment. They legally couldn't show it.
Right.
Yeah, they said even like for the Cricket cartridges that have Disney stuff in them, and I don't even know how a Cricket works, but those are only for personal use. You're not supposed to be selling those.
Right.
Yeah, if I buy clothing, like if it has an off neck tag, and I'll use like snowmobile clothing as an example. If it's like an Articat shirt and it is like printed on like a Hanes sweatshirt, I don't even pick them up. I only will buy ones that are branded with the correct back tag.
That what is it called? Burton, is that a pretty good
Oh, that's like snowboard clothing, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really done good enough on it where it was worth me picking up. And like here, if it's a Burton jacket, I mean they'll have it priced here, like let's say 10 to 20, depending on condition.
Yeah.
Did Kathy get to her destination?
Well, she's on mute.
Kathy.
Yes.
I think she
Did
get
you
pretty
get to your
close.
destination
Anyway.
yet?
We're almost there. I'm giving directions, so that's why I'm on mute.
Oh God.
You're disturbing them, Tom.
I'm being the Tom. I might be broken.
She's the navigator.
Oh God, help us all.
They're going to end up in Western Louisiana.
Shoot, we got 15 more miles on this sucker. Whew. Almost there. Yeah.
Well, inquiring minds want to know what the hell's in that box.
You and me both. It's going to take me another 30 minutes just to get through the office work.
Oh boy.
I hate the office part of it.
Yeah,
we always get the trainees, so every time we go in.
You know, I would think by now they would be able to push it. You know, they would key in your name one place.
Yeah.
And then print all these 4 different forms you have to print out. They have to print out. They would, it would automatically print them out, pre-populated with everything.
It'd be nice if they did.
I guess I just want too much.
It'd just be nice if they would just take credit card payments over the internet whenever we do it. And I ain't to worry about getting cash out. But
yeah.
Cash payment.
Well, somebody told me, one of the people I went into, so I had to get a phone call.
Oh, okay. My God, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear nothing you said.
One manager told me the reason they don't accept payment is because you have got to walk in the door to pay it.
Oh yeah.
Just as the owner of the the previous owner has the right to pay up till the time
Hush.
that the other person
Don't tell
pays.
everybody, Tom. Dang. You give all the secrets away.
Uh-oh.
Are you
Uh-oh.
kidding? None of these people don't have. None of these people listening to this has that problem.
Well, somebody else might be listening to it. It might.
I'm not going to be. I'm going to be. I don't want this to come across ugly.
Oh no.
I do not go back and listen to these. I do not go back and listen to these 3-hour.
No, yeah, I know why they do it. They have that right to come in.
Some people do.
Some people, yeah.
Yep.
You never know.
Yes, they
You
do.
don't need them to know that secret.
Okay, well, most of them are too stupid to know that anyway. So.
Wow. Okay.
That was, here, let me,
Oh boy.
Recant that statement.
Oh
not,
man.
I'm not talking about people in the panel. I mean, not in the panel, but in the audience. I'm talking about the people that's having their shit sold in the first place.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. I might have to cancel. I might have to delete this video now.
At least the end of it, huh?
Why is that?
No, you just maybe you need to pluck somebody off the panel.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
All right.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Well, on that note,
Down.
I hope everybody has a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a good
We'll
day.
see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.